Ladies and gentlemen, simps and normies, welcome back to yet another YouTube video. Now, as you can see, this is not my usual. Alright, usually I just take stream clips, edit them. Turns out my microphone was fucked up the entire stream and I had absolutely no idea. So instead you get me. Post-op Grant. Post-op? Post-stream? So yeah, basically the entire point of this video, as you can see in the title, was to beat Mario Kart Wii, because we still had all of mirror mode left. But I decided to do it with a little twist. So if I got hit by anything red during the stream, it was over. That's it. And the same will be true with this video, but there's also a little extra at the end. If I also lose, I have to play the USSR National Anthem. Which, if you don't know, it's a banger. Watch to the end of the video. But, so yeah, it definitely did not go to plan by any means whatsoever. But you'll see that soon enough. So I start out Mushroom Cup because it's one of the easier ones, and you gotta start from the beginning. First track, Luigi Circuit, pretty basic track. There's really nothing to it. I chose Funky Kong and the Flame Runner for obvious reasons. He's literally OP in this game. And basically my strategy was, for this, since I can't get hit by a red shell or a red item box, I was basically going to back run. And this is obviously not good because the rocket brings you way far up. So I decided to slow down a little bit, catch my bearing, and basically you want to stay in the back positions almost the entire race, and then just gun it at the end and hope you get first. And because red shells, item boxes, obviously items that you get when you're in the top positions, because they're not that good. Or they're not as good compared to other items that you can get when you're in the back positions. So being in the back makes logical sense. A little bit easier. Just have to make sure not to hit any item boxes or red shells flying backwards. So it went pretty smoothly, honestly. I didn't really have any hiccups in this track. It's a pretty easy track anyway. Yeah, no issues whatsoever. So for a first race, I guess you could say this is a prime example of how you want to run this when you're doing this strategy. Although I don't think many people will be doing it because it's a really fucking stupid idea. So yeah, this is where we make our move. I realize that we're literally like right there. The first place player was literally only 50 yards ahead of us. So I get a lucky star, cut through that shortcut and get first place easily. Yeah, like I said, pretty prime example of what you wanna do when you're running this, obviously. The second track, Moo Moo Meadows, an absolute banger of a course. Cows everywhere, classic. But so yeah, adopted the same strategy. You'll be seeing me run the same strategy, so I don't have to repeat myself. It's the same shit. Start in last place, make a run for the end. By doing the strategy, you basically like lower the chances of you getting hit by a red shell so much. The hard part was just staying far back enough to where you don't gain too many places, because some of those back items, like a rocket, you honestly don't want because they're uncontrollable. Like, you can't control where the rocket drops you off. So you can get dropped off in third place, easily get hit by a red shell immediately after the drop off, and just be screwed. I got the star here. And I basically wanted to just hold this till the end because, like you saw last game, it turned out really well for me. But I don't think I was able to. Yeah, I got knocked here. The star ended up behind me. I was thinking of going back and get it, but I was like, yeah, not worth it. So I try to collect an item that I can just run with and save until the end. I end up getting a golden mushroom, which pretty much just segues into the last lap. You know, this map especially is pretty short laps, so you don't really need too much time. But I think I got way too excited here and used it too quick, because I still had a whole nother turn left, and I had no items, and I was about to get into 7th place. But basically, right here, I just threw caution in the wind and just went for it. I ended up getting a giant mushroom, which is insanely lucky to get, and I barely, and I mean barely, pull off 2nd place to tie us in first with Diddy Kong. So moving on to the next segment. The next track, I believe, is a fan favorite, loved by many if not all Mario Kart Wii racers. It is Mushroom Gorge. Now this is a classic. This is just it's probably one of the most memorable tracks because it is it's a Mario Kart Wii original, and I don't think it ever appears again in Mario Kart, which is kind of sad because it's actually pretty good. So I ended up getting a bullet, which, like I explained earlier, you don't want to get because it can drop you off in an unpredictable place. So what I was trying to do is just get far ahead to where I could just jump off safely and just sacrifice myself to lose the bullet bill, which actually seemed to be a pretty good strat. Worked pretty well. I get golden mushroom. One of the probably one of the best items when you're running this, because it's controllable. If you're going too fast, you just kind of slow down. I realized I was way in last though, so I had to catch up big time. So I make a big push for the front. Now I'm actually gaining all that much ground on the 11th and 10th place racers. But I realize here I kind of have to step it up. I need to get some clutch items, and I need to make some power plays if I'm gonna do anywhere close to well in this race. So I start pulling off some tricks, you know, fancy stuff, popping drifts around the corners, dodging Goombas left and right. You know the deal. Drybones realizes he's fucked right there as I zoom forward into 10th place. Get a golden mushroom, our best item that we can possibly get. Besides a star, probably. Star's pretty goated because you can't get hit by anything. So even if you do go too far ahead, impossible to get hit by a red shell because you're invincible. So here I was like, alright, time to make my move. I clutch up, I get 3 mushrooms. I know what this means. I know that I can take that shortcut, and if I line it up just right, I'll get first place. And I don't. I miss. I completely misjudged. So I do a nice standstill turbo, end up in 8th. But now you're probably thinking the dream's dead. No, I'm still in 2nd somehow. Yeah, CPUs kind of suck in this game. But so yeah, the dreams stay alive, and that brings us to our last course. Now you're probably thinking in your head, I know what that means. Last course, the kid gets hit by a red shell. What a fucking noob. And yes, you'd be right. I do lose my life to a red shell in this race. And yeah, it was tragic, but you get the luxury of watching all the events leading up to it. It's like if you got to witness yourself die almost. You get to see all the events that led up to it, and so that's the luxury that you are receiving today. You get to watch all the events that led up to my death. So I'm playing it pretty conservative. I realize I'm getting a little too far ahead there, so I slow it down. I feel good though. I feel confident. I'm in 9th, you know. No possible way of me getting hit by a red shell. So we end up moving into 7th. I realize, too much sauce too early. 3 mushrooms, and I sit back in 8th. And I wait it out. I move up into 7th, into 6th. Get hit by a red shell. That's all I need. Just a little bit. And it's over, just like that. My dreams had been crushed. My plan was to beat the entire mirror circuit. The 150cc mirror circuit. And all because of some damn RNG from the Mario Kart gods. The dream was shattered. But regardless, rules are rules, and I realized that. I realized that although the dream was dead, we still had one last task on our hand. And I wasn't going to let the viewers down. It had to be done. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this clip.